Hi everyone, Jeff here. In this short video, I want to show you a visual of the process I've described in the related School-Wide Attendance Policy Practices SY 2020-2021 document. As mentioned in the doc, starting this upcoming Tuesday, the expectation will be that as a school, we will be taking daily attendance for every student, regardless of whether or not they are in person, remote, or a distance learner each day that school's in session. If you are already doing this for your classes or you have a better mechanism to accurately record attendance for all of your learners, you have my full support to do whatever works for you. This video is for people who may not have considered doing this previously or don't really have an idea of how this might look without adding a mountain of work to your already overflowing plates. My suggestion begins with two items, a digital class space and a Google Attendance form. I created the form that we're going to be looking at today and would be more than happy to share the template with anyone that's interested in using it. As for the digital classroom, I'm still learning Microsoft Teams, so this demo is going to be done in Google Classroom. First, I would recommend taking the form and making a new assignment under your Classwork tab. If your class space is organized by units or some other type of container, it should be easy to distinguish this assignment from the rest. Once in the assignment window, pick a title for your form. I'm going to call mine Daily Attendance. Then, access the form template and press the Send button. Once here, you may select the hyperlink icon at the top of the box. This will give you a shareable link that students can use to interact with your form. Copy the link and head back into your class space. In this class space, press the Add button, followed by the Link option from the provided drop-down menu. Paste your form link in this text box. An easy way to do this without using a mouse is via the keyboard shortcut Control-V. Once pasted, add the link. I would suggest changing the point option to ungraded. Finally, click Assign and your form should appear at the top of your classroom. Please note that if you add an additional assignment, your most recent addition will move to the top of this page, so it's important to file new assignments under other headings or units to avoid this form getting pushed down the page. From here, the expectation would be that within the first 15 minutes of each scheduled period, remote students would be required to click on the attendance form link and answer the 3 questions. Once finished, students would submit this form. This is a significant change to our programming, as up until now, learners have not been required to be on their computer at specific times. Rather, work has been completed on whichever time frame a student feels is appropriate. Due to our ongoing attendance struggles, we're going to change this in an attempt to get more of our remote learners and distance learners on a routine traditional school schedule. Now, as the classroom teacher, you would need to see the form's responses. This would require you to open the original form document and to click on the Responses tab located at the top of the page. You'll notice that this icon right here represents Google Sheets. Click on this icon and it will take you to a populated, updated spreadsheet of student answers. This first tab will show you a long list of student attendance answers across all of your classes. For our purposes, this alone really isn't all that helpful. However, if you notice at the bottom of the screen, I've parsed the answers by period. So any data for students who indicate that they are in period A on the attendance form will not only be sent to this main page, but this information will also be sent to the Period A tab as well. You'll also notice that these submissions are all marked with a date and a timestamp. This is really what we're interested in for attendance purposes. The final step in the process will be to look through each of these period tabs each day and record who was present in a remote or distance format for your classes based on the time that they answered the questions. This data could then be filled in on PowerSchool and officially tracked. While this method is not ideal, there is a need for us to more accurately track our class attendance across learners as we continue to progress towards the end of quarter 1. I didn't want to put forward this information and not at least give you a suggestion of how this might be achieved. Once again, if you have a mechanism for achieving this goal separate from what I've described here, please feel free to use whatever method works best for you. I also understand that this is something that won't be perfect this upcoming Tuesday. It's my hope that each day moving forward, we're able to be just a little bit more accurate with our attendance until we're working like a well-oiled machine. Finally, I want to be clear that per my guidance thus far, everyone's been doing an excellent job tracking our attendance. This amendment isn't coming down the pike because people are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. The reason is actually quite the contrary. As we continue to improve our current program, it's essential that we have accurate data on the attendance of all students so that we can both report accurate numbers to the Department of Education and better target students who are not routinely engaging in their coursework. Thanks for listening, and as usual, please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Take care, everyone.